Hello, my name is Roumiana Vassileva from Raute. I am Business Development Director for Engineered Wood Products. Welcome to Raute's RX event. Today I would like to take you on a quick journey of discovery through the world of one of the smartest, strongest, sustainable, profitable, and biophilic building materials, laminated veneer lumber. Through this quick ride, I would like to show you our vision of the remarkable future of wooden buildings, what makes LVL one of the most versatile engineered wood products in the modern construction industry, what is the shape and the trends of the global LVL market, and last but not least, what makes LVL one of the most profitable materials to make. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. Our future is undoubtedly entwined with wooden construction. By 2050, the world's population is expected to reach 9.8 billion, with nearly 70% projected to live in urban areas. Our industry needs to tackle the biggest challenge of today: how to design a city of tomorrow, anticipating the challenges of the future, educated by the lessons of the past. We, by Raute, believe that engineered wood, such as laminated veneer lumber, will be at the core of that enigma. So let's take a look at the past. Humanity has always been surrounded by wood. Our ancestors have slept on beds, they rocked their children in maple cradles, they fought at war with walnut rifles, flew plywood airplanes, got buried in pine coffins, build and lived in spruce homes. That was in the past. The construction of the present doesn't equate only with the strength and bulkiness of steel and concrete any longer. It equates with the intelligence and sustainability of engineered wood. LVL is light but strong, breathing but dimensionally stable, renewable but lasting, inflammable but safe. As in the event of fire, it's actually going to burn at the most predictable char rate. We by Raute are convinced in the remarkable future of wooden construction. Why? Well, powerful legislation changes toward green buildings and reduction in carbon emissions across the globe, coupled with new thermal regulations, are leading the charge. LVL frame structures are easier to make more thermally efficient through increased airtightness and reduced cold bridging. This becomes more and more relevant as the cost of energy has seen double-digit price increases by the power companies, pushing many consumers across the world into a fuel poverty. Plus, LVL frame buildings with systems manufactured off-site characterized with faster installation time, resulting in cost savings, in less disturbance, less waste to dispose of, and hence cheaper building insurance. Fabricated LVL elements delivered job sites require less labor, less equipment, and therefore, again, result in cost savings. Low-rise or taller buildings, residential, commercial, or educational, made entirely of wood, look stunning, warm, and solid in the grey and cold landscape of our modern urban jungle. So yes, we have entered the timber age. And yes, we are way more conscious of how we build as we shape our buildings, and then our buildings shape us. LVL is often considered one of the most versatile engineered wood products in the world. The great thing about timber is that it's a renewable resource. It means that it can be grown, selectively harvested, and then grown again. It is strong, sustainable, predictable, and a biophilic material. But in addition, LVL technology has made it smart. LVL can be used both as a load-bearing beam and a panel, allowing manufacturers to target larger portfolio of applications and thus optimize faster their production capacities. With newer advancements in peeling technology and lamination, manufacturers have been able to produce lighter and smaller LVL sections with greater strength and longer span than traditional sawn timber. As the wood defects have been randomized within thin layers, LVL is strong, straight, and uniform. Each veneer is actually thin compared to the thickness of the LVL panel. Therefore, any natural defect in one veneer doesn't need to be cut off, as it has only a marginal effect on the strength of the whole LVL panel. The phenomena of shrinkage and swelling is reduced, saving the manufacturer costly callbacks to job sites. Due to its composite nature and pre-graded veneers engineered to property-specific layup recipe, LVL is much less likely to warp, twist, or bow than traditional timber, exhibiting so better thermal regulation and strength per weight ratio compared to other traditional construction materials. When we consider LVL, we often talk about the technicality of the product. And we forget something very important, in my opinion. LVL is also biophilic. Biophilia is humankind's intrinsic connection to nature. Wooden-based materials such as LVL are hypoallergenic and promote good air quality. Sound is absorbed by wood through its inherent acoustic properties, contributing to a calm and peaceful environment. Due to wood being a breathing material, LVL can contribute to a natural regulation of humidity and temperature levels. Without LVL, today's homes would not have cost-efficient open-plan living rooms, two-car garages free of center support columns, or extra-wide doorways. LVL makes modern homes possible. Growing usage of LVL in construction is not only our wishful thinking, though. All the trends we spoke about materialize on the markets themselves. The LVL global market is on the rise. Over 3 million cubic meters of structural LVL demand have been forecasted by the end of 2021 globally, projected to exceed 3.5 million cubic meters by 2025. Has COVID-19 impacted residential construction in most global markets? Absolutely, except for North America. In 2020, several residential projects planned with LVL frames were delayed and pushed back in 2021, resulting in a drop of -2% in global structural LVL consumption versus 2019. However, going forward, and following the fact that most of the LVL frame building projects have not been cancelled but only delayed, we expect a 14% recovery of global structural LVL demand in 2021, reaching 3.5 million cubic meters by 2024. The two leading LVL consuming markets are North America with 70% and Europe with 15% share of the global structural LVL consumption. Regarding global structural LVL capacity, main capacity additions in the past few years have taken place in Europe, North America, and Japan. Capacity drops, on the other hand, have been observed in Australia and New Zealand, with the closure of one LVL mill in each of the two markets. With 2020 global structural LVL capacity of 4.85 million cubic meters and global structural LVL production of 2.93 million cubic meters, average global production per capacity ratio was 61%. It is, however, forecasted to increase to 71% by 2024, despite planned capacity additions on global level. The main reason for it, the fact that global LVL production is expected to grow at a faster pace. Well, we've established so far the versatility and the growing consumption of LVL. But is it a profitable product to make? Without a question of a doubt. The glances of major industry players today are directed towards LVL. From production point of view, LVL allows for the usage of larger raw material base versus other lumber-based products, because smaller and larger than the standard diameter logs could be suitable for peeling, but not for sewing. In an era where the need for responsible management and usage of forestry resources turns into a religion for humankind, LVL enables one of the best yields of a tree log. Furthermore, the yield is maximized by the manufacturer through accurate moisture content, visual defect, and ultrasound veneer grading, which engineers the exact position of the strong veneers in the LVL panel, but also allows for the lower grade veneers to be used in the inner plies of the billet or for the manufacturing of non-load bearing applications. The versatile usage of LVL in both beam and panel applications means faster production capacity utilization for the manufacturer, therefore quicker return on investment. Raute is the leading global supplier of veneer, plywood, and LVL production equipment, and the only supplier in the world providing machines for the entire LVL process, from log handling until product finishing. Raute is a one-stop shop partner, saving time and costs for the manufacturer, transferring valuable knowledge to the very beating heart of every plant, its workers. Having engineered our equipment, the usage of a variety of raw materials, and having installed over 2.5 million cubic meters of LVL production capacity across the world, makes us a leader with a large responsibility to see what everybody has seen and think what nobody has thought. Raute will continue to do just that. Relentlessly work to make a very smart engineer wood product such as LVL even smarter. Well, we've arrived at the end of our ride, and even though they say that it's the journey that matters, not the destination, I still hope that you enjoyed.